Welcome to the Inject Creativity Live Show. My name is Rob the Robot from the Adobe Education team. This is a free online show for primary, secondary and post-secondary educators interested in enhancing digital literacy, communication and creativity in the teaching and learning process. Here are your hosts, Dr. Tim Kitchen and Aaron Raithke.
Thanks, Rob. Welcome to Inject Creativity Live, a show based on encouraging creativity in all curriculum areas with the help of Adobe tools. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Tim, and a special welcome to everyone who's joined us live and those watching on demand via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel or the Australasian Adobe for Education Facebook group for this, the 62nd episode of Inject Creativity Live, being recorded in May 2022.
Let's start this episode with an acknowledgement of country. We respect and honour all Indigenous people from the lands we reach out to during this event. We acknowledge their stories, traditions and living cultures. We acknowledge them as the first educators and the first creatives, and we commit to building a brighter future together. Well, I'm coming to you from Wurundjeri land in the Kulin Nation, otherwise known as Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
And I'm coming to you from the country of the Jagera, Yagara and Ugurapul people from around the area, otherwise known as Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
Now let's welcome our techie whiz and Adobe Senior Customer Success Manager, Jerry Wong, to the stage. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you from the home of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, otherwise known as Sydney, New South Wales. During this episode, we will be hearing from Adobe Creative Educator, Craig Nichols.
And we'll be promoting a number of Adobe-related education resources and professional learning opportunities for you to take back to your schools, universities, and other places of learning.
We do hope you enjoy this episode.
And if you do, please share it with your... Try a little bit of a delay there, Tim. And if you do, please share it with your colleagues and wider education networks via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel.
You're watching Inject Creativity Live with Tim Kitchen and Aaron Raithke.
Thanks, Rob. Now let's meet our special guest for this episode and welcome to the stage Adobe Creative Educator, Craig Nichols. Jerry, there we go. We've got him up on the stage now. Let's give him a round of applause. Thanks for joining us, Craig.
There it is.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on the show. So please tell us a bit about where and what you teach.
So I am currently the Director of Digital Learning here at Melbourne Girls Grammar in sunny South Yarra. We are a ELC to Year 12 school of about 1,100 girls. My role essentially is about supporting the use of tech amongst the entire community here. Also project implementation. So basically my day can be everything from helping someone use Outlook better to high-level strategic discussions.
Great. Craig, tell us something interesting about yourself that not many people would know about.
I suppose I'm lucky, in that our lockdown hobbies, now that we're not in lockdown anymore, have continued. So the bread continues to bake at our place and gin seems to flow, not so much drink, but we do drink some of it, but we make a lot of it ourselves. So
fantastic. Thanks, Craig.
Craig, tell us what will you be sharing with us during this episode?
Today I will be talking to you all about micro-learning and how it can be used to support your professional learning programs.
Thanks, Craig. We're looking forward to hearing back from you very soon.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of Inject Creativity Live with Tim Kitchen and Aaron Raithke.
Well, guess what's coming up on my screen? It is one of my favorite applications at the moment, Adobe Express, as I'm now going to be calling it. I just love in fact, I might even call it just Express. Mm-hmm. It's getting shorter, isn't it?
It is just a little bit shorter than Creative Cloud Express. That's a little bit of a mouthful compared to its former name, which was Adobe Spark.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful tool. And if you've got the full version of it, so if you've logged in through your school account, you get all the features. If you've got the free version, if you've logged in through your Google, Facebook, Apple, or Adobe ID, you haven't got the full features.
It's more of a freemium feature range. So when you log in, if you're using a freemium account, it does actually give you a little bit of a warning. So you do have access to a lot of the features, including the one that Tim's about to show, like this one where you can enjoy one free PDF quick action download per week, which is unlimited with a Creative Cloud Express membership.
So let's have a look at that quick action. If we jump over, I'll bring up my little pointer. A lot of people ask me about the pointer. I use this thing called Screen Pointer. It's only a Mac product that I'm aware of. I haven't come across a Windows version of it, but I can actually get my pointer to be like a little spotlight. So I'm just moving over to where it says.
No, I'm keeping an eye out too, Tim, because it's a great little.
It's a nice, handy one, isn't it? So it says try a quick action when you first log into Adobe Express. And I'm going to jump into the PDF actions. By clicking PDF, I've got a series of actions I can work with. The one that we're going to go with for now is to convert to PDF. Now I happen to have, I'm just going to bring across my Finder, and I've got a Word doc here. I'm going to open up this Word doc so you get a sense of what it's going to look like as a Word doc. It's just a little promotion for the show. It's a very simple Word document. It's got a bit of text, it's got an image, and it's got a hyperlink in it. And of course, Word takes a little while to open. I should have opened it earlier. There we go. It's open now. So you can see there's my banner, in a sense, there's my image, and there is the hyperlink. So without further ado, all I'm going to do is grab the icon that represents that Word document. Well, before I grab that, I need to click on this button, Convert to PDF. So as I click on that, it comes up with a little menu here where it just says drag and drop a file. It's a little widget, little program within the program. So if I grab the Word document file and literally drag it into that square, I don't have to do anything else. Hands-free, without touching anything, it's now converting that Word document into a PDF. And all I need to do now is click the download button, and I'll know it's worked when down the bottom left-hand corner here, it indicates that it has now created a PDF version of it. So to prove to you that that has worked, if I jump straight to my Finder and go to my downloads, there it is, the most recent download. If I open that up, you can see today, 5:07 p.m. right now, is that PDF document. If I open it up with Acrobat, we will see that it is a PDF document, and not only is it a PDF document, but it actually has that live link as well. And that's just one of the many great features of Adobe Express with those lovely little quick actions. What did you think of that, Erin?
Indeed, it's such a handy little tool, especially if you don't happen to have Adobe Acrobat installed or set up as a printer on the computer that you're on. Being able to do it in a browser is so convenient.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? And in the next episode, I'll be actually doing the opposite. I'll be converting the PDF back into a Word document, but we'll get onto that a little bit later on. Now, we've got a very special surprise for you. See if you know who this lady is.
Clara here from the Adobe Education team. I lead our Global Educator community programs, and thank you for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Adobe Creative Educator program, which you can check out below at adobe.ly/ace.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that new stinger featuring Adobe's very own Clara Galan.
That is one of the many new stingers we have for you, featuring key members of the global Adobe Education team.
I had the privilege of being in San Francisco last week to meet with a number of the new Adobe Education specialists who are looking after various parts of North America. And I took the opportunity to film some greetings with various members of the global Adobe Education team.
It's great to see that you're traveling again, and it was wonderful to see both you and Jerry up here in Brisbane the week prior to your trip to the USA, of which I'm a little tiny bit jealous, I will freely admit.
Thanks, Erin. Tim and I divided and conquered a variety of events in Brisbane. Oops, what's going on with the slides? I was at the TAFE Queensland Digital Transformation Expo.
And I had the pleasure of running a hybrid professional learning event organised by the Australian Computer Society that involved about 30 teachers. And I was also the opening keynote at the Brisbane Big Day In event, which involved over 400 K-12 students.
And you both joined me and a few other Queensland Adobe education leaders for dinner in Ipswich, which was wonderful. It's only the second time I've seen the crew face to face in 2 years.
It was great to see you and the Brisbane team.
Now, tell us, how is the Regeneration International Short Film Competition going?
Thanks, Erin, for asking. We currently have about 35 schools and over 1,700 students registered, and the deadline for submissions is about 2 weeks away from when we're recording these episodes. So the deadline is, I think it's Friday the 18th of May.
Wednesday the 18th, we've got.
Wednesday, I think it's a Friday. Anyway, it's the 18th of May, whatever that date is.
It is a Wednesday. So this competition is open to any student from years 5 to 12 throughout Australia, New Zealand, and into Southeast Asia. So register your school to get involved, and you have until the 13th of May to submit your films.
There you go. So 13th of May. Sorry about those date issues, but I think it is the 13th of May that the films need to be in.
Hi, I'm Casey Trowbridge, head of Adobe's Thought Leadership and Advocacy. Thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. And if you're excited about creativity, take a listen to the Creative Educator podcast.
Now, tell me, did you get the April edition of the Australasian Adobe in Education newsletter? If not, it can be viewed via timkitchen.net, but you will need to scroll through a few posts to find it all. Look up the post from April 13.
The lead story in that was the upcoming APAC Adobe Education Summit.
That's right. We actually launched the summit as part of that newsletter edition for April. And the summit's happening as an online event on Wednesday, the 28th of September.
And Tim explains more in this clip.
Let's find the clip. Here we go. Hi, folks. The 2022 APAC Adobe Education Summit is being held on Wednesday, the 28th of September, which is a school holiday period for most of you. Dr. Tim Paxton, Australia's leading researcher and consultant in the field of creativity and innovation in education, will be our special guest, and you'll also be hearing from the global Adobe Education team, as well as Adobe Education leaders who will be sharing their classroom success stories, creative catalyst talks, as well as providing a range of practical workshops to help you make the most of your access to Adobe tools, especially the free Adobe Creative Cloud Express set of tools and resources. Register via adobe.ly/apac-edu-summit22 or scan this QR code. We are looking forward to sharing with you and your colleagues at the 2022 APAC Adobe Education Summit. Well, it's a delight to have Adobe Creative Educator Craig Nichols on the show to present to you. Over to you, Craig.
Thank you. Videos are freezing at my end, but hopefully this will go smoothly.
Fine.
I'm talking to you guys today about the place of microlearning within our school environments. So my day today basically involves helping staff and students to develop and improve their tech skills. Now, one of the biggest issues that we're finding at the moment is that everyone is busy. And this is especially true in this post-lockdown environment that we're in at the moment. So getting people together to do a 45-minute professional learning session on the latest and greatest innovations in EdTech is becoming increasingly difficult. And that's where microlearning can be really, really useful. Now, if you search the internet, what you'll find is that there are lots of definitions and ideas about what microlearning is and isn't. And this definition often is tied into a product that someone might be trying to sell. But also the definition of what microlearning is has changed over time, especially in relation to that micro bit, the size of it. Now, to me, it is that just-in-time point of need learning that is really, really important for people. And there are some big players in this space: Khan Academy, LinkedIn Learning, the Adobe Education Exchange, would be forms of micro learning, depending on what you consider micro to be. Now, all these platforms contain discrete standalone lessons that can be assessed when you need them. You can opt in and out of different parts of those larger courses. Now, these platforms are good. They contain rich, valuable content, but they take time. And if time is the enemy, then super short, high quality, effective micro-learning opportunities is one possible answer. But now, what should that micro-learning be? Firstly, easy to access, simple, quick, repeatable. I work with staff on a regular basis who will pull out a book whenever I show up. It's not that they want an autograph, it's just that they're going to write down most of the things that I tell them step by step. And then they go back to that book whenever they need to do it. It's how they embed that knowledge for themselves. So having micro-learning, I suppose, resources that are repeatable and easily accessible becomes really, really important. Also, look, potentially having them stackable into some kind of credential instead of going from a big, larger resource and pulling out bits and pieces. Potentially having some kind of bank of resources that you stack your own, I suppose, certificate in something is an option that you'd want to look at. I suppose a bit more of a backstory about where this came to for me. It was a winter's day, a weekend. I was using my time incredibly effectively by sitting on the couch and scrolling through TikTok. And from there, I came across a video about essential Excel skills. Now, firstly, apologies. The videos I've got here, there is audio, but you're not going to be able to hear that just because of copyright, etc. So here it goes. Now we have a really simple video here, 30 seconds, 5 Excel skills, which when you get right down to it, it's not very long. And some of it I knew, some of it I didn't. That's almost done. And I'm not by any way going to be suggesting here that we should all be moving to TikTok for our professional learning. There are a whole raft of issues with that, but maybe think of it more as a TikTok style video resource. Now, I'm not too bad with a spreadsheet, but here in 30 seconds, I'd learned something new. Now, because I can be a little bit obsessive about things sometimes, out came the laptop and I probably spent the next 30 minutes or so looking at different videos from TikTok and trying different things. Now, some of these have crept into my daily use. Others I've forgotten as they've flitted away. But what it comes down to is I probably learned more in that 30 seconds, well, half an hour, than I have in, some of the hour-long professional learning sessions that I'd attended. And a few days later, when I was thinking about some professional learning that I had to run, I reflected on what I'd done the previous weekend and was thinking that surely there wouldn't be people sitting in my professional learning sessions who don't take much from that time. I mean, surely that couldn't be possible. I'm an amazing presenter, he said sarcastically. But that's when I decided to try something different. And that was creating my own bespoke micro-learning videos. So if I just go down to the next DIY. So here's an example of something that I've made. And again, there is music playing, but you can't hear it. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination saying that this is cutting edge, leading, the most amazing stuff ever, but it is effective. This is just how to add a text box into a page on our LMS. What this video is it's short, it is repeatable. The music, if you could hear it, was a bit of Run DMC. The music shows my age, but that's okay. But there's no talking. There doesn't need to be. If I was running a session for my staff, getting everyone together, there's going to be a lot of talking. I can talk, I will talk underwater. I love talking. But if you think about a session with you that you might run with your training people, even in your own classroom, There's the talk when people are showing up. There's the talk introducing what you're going to be talking about. There's talking while you're explaining it, and there's talking at the end. It's a lot of talking. What this video does is takes what could have been a 15-minute session with someone, 10 minutes, and reduces it to 30 seconds. And it gives them a resource that they can refer back to all the time. I've included videos like these in emails out to my staff, links from documents of references, collected them in our LMS so people can go back to them. One thing that is important, I missed that slide, doesn't matter, is context. Context and purpose is really, really important. Using microlearning needs to be appropriate for the learning you're trying to do. If you are introducing a new pedagogical model to your school, you're not going to do it more than likely with 30-second clips. You might use those clips for parts of it to embed understanding and learning with repetition, etc. But you've got to make sure that it's fit for purpose. Anyway, thank you so much for having me. I appreciated it. More than happy to continue this conversation online with any of you at any time. My Twitter link, my Twitter handle is in the bottom. So thank you very much. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Craig. It was wonderful, and it's great to see creative ways of doing professional learning, and you really stimulated us to think about it. Look, to be honest with you, it's only very recently that I've started to look at TikTok as a serious professional learning tool. I've kind of avoided it, but it was last week when I was in America where it was mentioned by a number of educators how they're using TikTok or how they're seeing TikTok being used. And I started thinking, oh, okay, maybe I should make the move at some point. I'm not quite ready for that move just yet, but who knows? So I really appreciate your thoughts there.
No problem. Look, just one more thing. In no way, shape or form suggesting that TikTok is going to be used in our classrooms with our kids, because there's a whole raft of risks and issues that we do need to consider with that. That's important to understand. So thanks.
Yeah, but in terms of working with teachers, a lot of teachers are on TikTok, and so it is a platform maybe we should be looking at more seriously. But it's wonderful. We thank you for your wisdom, and congratulations on your very first presentation on the Inject Creativity Live show. Much appreciated, and we look forward to having you back at some point in the near future.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Ben Porter here from the Adobe Education team. Thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. And for all the educators out there, if you have not yet joined the Adobe Creative Educator program, please do so.
Thanks, Ben. It was lovely to catch up with Ben Forder last week. We currently have about 1,600 ANZ teachers who have enrolled in level 1 of the Adobe Creative Educator course, and about 50,000 teachers globally.
If you'd like to be guided through level 1, Tim and I are running the Be a Creative Educator course on almost a monthly basis. So look up adobe.ly/creative educator for more information and share this site with your colleagues and wider education networks.
Of course, if you look up adobe.ly/ACE, you can do the Creativity for All course on the Adobe Education Exchange at any time on demand.
The Creativity for All course is one of the many great on-demand courses on the Adobe Education Exchange.
Other popular courses at the moment include Adobe Analytics for teaching and learning, digital painting and drawing in the classroom, Teach Creativity with Adobe and Khan Academy, preparing students with essential creative skills,
and the new Adobe Creative Cloud Express in the Classroom course. Look up edx.adobe.com to access these amazing courses.
Hello, welcome from Adobe's Global Education team, and thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you're looking for more inspiration, learning, or resources, come join us at the Adobe Education Exchange at edx.adobe.com.
We have a special announcement for Victorian teachers.
Adobe and Microsoft are running a series of events in Victorian schools this year called Digital Skills Days. Look up adobe.ly/digiskills-vic-22 to find out host school locations and dates.
During the day, the host schools will be enjoying a series of workshop events with students.
And after school, teachers with teachers from the host school, as well as any educator in Victoria who lives within the region of the host school, are welcome to take part in a special professional learning event with Microsoft and Adobe. Look up adobe.ly/digiskills-vic-22 to find out those locations and dates and share this opportunity with your Victorian colleagues.
Hi, Rebecca Hare here from the ACE course on the Education Exchange. Thank you for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't taken the ACE course yet, definitely go to the Education Exchange and sign up, and I'll see you there.
If you're on Facebook and you're not already a member of the Australasian Adobe Education Community Facebook group, please join via facebook.com/groups/AUSAEL.
Join us and keep regularly involved with Adobe in education and the wider community.
We're going to take a bit of a risk here and start playing the theme music in the background, and hopefully this is working. This is the first time we've tried this. Let's bring Craig and Jerry back up onto the screen for the farewell. Our next Inject Creativity Live event will be featuring Adobe Education leader Stephen Colbert from Victoria. Those who have joined us live, stay on for the recording of that episode and then the fireside chat with our presenters.
And a special thank you to Craig for his contribution to this episode. Craig, did you have any final words of parting wisdom you'd like to share?
Just going back to Adobe Express. Loved it. Most of the things I've used tonight was made in that. It is a great product and really easy to use.
I agree.
Special thank you to Erin and Jerry for helping to put this show together, and thank you to those who are with us live at the moment. The next opportunity to join us for a live recording of Inject Creativity Live will be on Wednesday, the 18th of May at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
See you at the next episode.
Say goodbye, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hoping that music was going to be timed a bit better than this, but we'll keep it just about there. We're just about there. And bye.